Hey everyone, back with another tips video because I have about 14 hours until I have to upload a video and I don't have anything ready yet. I mean, I want to help you, that's why. But for real, I have 3 more subscribers who are asking for tips through Instagram, so let's jump right into it. The first one is from Nolan Qua. He is from my homeland of Florida, and he says, "Hey, I was wondering if you could include this in your next clip analysis video. I'm trying to make my gainer flash more high and floaty." Let's take a look. I mean, it looks pretty good to me. You're doing Euro, looks pretty good. Your eagle is really solid, so it looks like you know what you're doing and you have a really good swing. Yeah, your swing is dummy good. You are really arching your back and getting everything going. It looks like to me, it's about right here that's stopping you. So as you're coming down, you're just not lifting your chest up. All you gotta do is really arch your back and continue to pull with your back muscles as you're coming down, and then you'll just land floaty like you want. You're doing relatively everything fine. The only other thing other than that would be to work out more and have your muscles be more explosive and able to push you higher and faster. But in terms of things you can fix right now, I'll show you again. So this is a good setup. The swing is really good. Right here, you're allowing your leg and your chest to come close together. And if you do that, then it's just gonna look like you're descending, and you're gonna start descending basically from there. Because if you think about it, when you swing and you start the motion, you're swinging and you're arching, and then the power, the leg is swinging, and that's gonna be your power through the motion, but the arch is also your power. So those things are working together. So at this point, what you did was you're swinging and you're arching, you have all this power, and then you let the leg fold towards your head, and then you hollow so that you're kind of folding in half, and then the power that was pulling you through the motion just isn't pulling you through it anymore, so you just start to descend. But on this one, you're still able to land and pull your head up, but that's why you start to twist a little bit at the end like that, is because you stop arching and you let your legs come closer together and you let your leg come close to your chest. So all of that comes together and is conducive to twisting. So this hollow, this tightness, the legs close together, all that makes you want to twist. So you want to think of it like you are kicking and arching up, you spot the ground, and then you're kicking down towards the ground and arching up away from the ground. I like to look at the ground and then literally just look at where I want to land, and then be okay, gotta pull my face away from where I'm looking. So I'm still looking there the whole time, but I'm pulling my face and my head away from that as I kick as hard as I can towards it. Imagine it's the animal you hate the most. It's a saltwater crocodile. I gotta stomp on its face while I pull my face away from it because I'm terrified. I don't know, whatever you're afraid of. Spiders? Because the saltwater crocodile will probably just eat you. But yeah, man, that's a pretty powerful gainer flash already. It looks really good, honestly. Just fix those last little things at the end. Split your legs more, arch your back more, and that'll make it a lot more high and floaty. The next one is from the medical martial artist. And he says, "Hey man, I watch a lot of your YouTube tutorials and they really help me out with tricking." I'm so glad. "I'm really struggling to get my Macacao in a state where I can use it to get back handspring and backflip. I was wondering if you could give me feedback on what I was doing wrong based on this clip of me doing the Macacao, what I'm doing wrong." Let's look, but I can already tell you I know exactly what the issue is gonna be, because it's everybody's issue almost always. Okay, so your arch is already pretty good. The shoulder, the shoulder is very open, and you're pretty much over the top. So the main thing that I'm seeing is that you're not taking off with your feet together, and the reason that is because you are splitting your feet and you're kicking with your right foot first. So most people, when they start their Macacao, they learn it out of a cartwheel, or they do this motion because it's a lot easier. So you start a Macacao and then you start taking off with 2 legs, but then as soon as you start to get upside down at all, you start to split and make it more of a cartwheel. So this allows you to twist your hips, which makes your angle more like this rather than over the top with like a turn in the middle, you know? So basically you're splitting and you're spinning as you're splitting. So it's almost like you're just doing a round kick around it. My Digimon are falling asleep. So basically, as soon as you start to take off, you split your legs, and then you come over like a cartwheel, and then you're essentially just doing a one-hand cartwheel, but a little backwards at this point. And then even from here, it's like not a bad Macacao. Like this is objectively a Macacao. You're going like over the top, you're opening your shoulder, you're doing all the things you're supposed to do, but you're not gonna be able to use it for, you know, doing back handspring or backflip like you're saying, because you aren't actually like flipping over the top and you're more twisting. So what you wanna do is you want to land on your left leg instead of your right leg. You can do the scoot method from my tutorial, or you can just try to keep your feet together the whole time. There's a couple different ways to like fix this, but you're looking pretty well like at where you want to go, like pretty early, so that's not bad. From here, if you're doing it with 2 feet, just try to keep your feet together. Like, look, you're already taking that leg off. Just try to keep your feet together and just think of it almost like a backwards round off or something. You're just like jumping with both feet at the same time and putting them where you're looking. And then the other way is to just land on your left leg exclusively and almost like land like you're eagling, like you're trying to swing it. One of my newest patrons, Edvard from France, he's at the student level, so I send him clips in real time of me doing what he is trying to do and try to help him break it down a little bit quicker. He actually was just having this problem, so I shot a few examples for him just to show him, so you can see how I'm jumping off of both feet at the same time. I'm spotting, and I'm just trying to come over and land on that left leg and pull my head up because I'm trying to like imagine that I'm about to swing through this trick. Boom, like that. And that allows me to really focus on arching. Another thing you can do is do it out of a scoot. That's what I was telling Edvard. Try to scoot, touch the hand, and then go for your Macacao. Don't jump crazy hard into it, because if you're jumping like really far, then it's gonna end up like making you twist, at least at the beginning. Try to scoot and then plant the hand and then arch your back into it. So yeah, man, try to jump off of 2 legs, land on 2 legs. You can just make a small circle around like the clock method that I was talking about in my Macacao tutorial, or just do the scoot method. Just do everything you can to not land on the right leg only right now, and that'll improve your Macacao. That's gonna force your hips to go over the top. So if you can force your hips to go over the top, then you'll get used to that. Then you can just do it from a, you know, semi-squatted position and jump back into it, and then you'll be on the road to back handspring and backflip. And the last one is from Russell Lorfing, who formerly was Trusty Ol' Russie. I don't know why he changed his name. Maybe I bullied him too hard in the last video. Hopefully not. But anyway, from Russell, he said, okay, so why do I feel like this is not how to do it? Trying to do your backside 9 method of learning the cart full, because it's the only method that's like actually kind of working for me. Let's look. Perfect. Sweet, okay. So here until about right here looks just great. And then I love the part where you just pop up and you're just like, all right, sick, that was a good rep. It just looks like you're like, all right, off to work now, or something. Like you just, I just did my little exercise, and that was a good repetition of that. But basically, I actually already messaged you back, but I'm just gonna include you in the video anyway, just because it's really helpful to everyone else if you're gonna use that method, because you only see me trying that method in the video, and I obviously am doing it properly. So this is a good example of like what can go wrong. So your cart is really strong. The axis is perfect. You want to go kind of sideways on it, so great job. You're turning your chest towards your direction of momentum, which is just fine. You're getting your arm up, which is great. Then you wrap. The wrap could be tighter, but whatever. Like you already know how to backside 9, so it's just natural. Here is where you made your fatal mistake. So the left leg, it can stay relatively straight because you already tucked it earlier. The right leg, you see how it's bent right here? Literally all you gotta do is keep that bent and drive it to the ground here, but you're so like conditioned and used to kicking for that backside 9 that you just like kick it out. If you can just either drive that down to the ground, kind of like a 540 feeling, while the left leg is still landing, then bam, you'll just land it right there and get your chest up. Or you could keep that tucked and it'll automatically go to the ground. But essentially what happens is you get slowed down by the kick. So you're up here and you do it well, and then it slows you down and you kind of like push all your momentum out of the kick, which is how kicks work. So like you're supposed to do that on an actual kick, but we're transforming this into a flip, so we want to keep that momentum contained inside of us. So you're bringing it over, starting to do that kick really hard, and then kind of falcon kneeing it back into yourself, kind of how I was saying to you earlier. So if you just kept tucked like this the whole time, you would have landed just fine. So like your knee is tucked, your other knee is tucked, spotting the ground just like you should, then just keep it all tucked, and then you would have landed. But instead, that happens. So right now, I think pulling your head up and keeping the right leg tucked is gonna be key for you. Also, there was someone who definitely sent me a request for tips, and it was in my request tab, and I didn't move it over to general, and apparently, after a certain number of days, it just deletes the message, or maybe you deleted it yourself because I hadn't responded to it yet. I'm sorry. You can always send it again and I will go over it in a video, and this time I will put it in the correct folder so it doesn't disappear if that was my bad. I apologize. I really wanted to help you and I was planning on putting you in this video, but I cannot find the video anymore and I don't even remember the name of the person, so I'm sorry. But yeah, I hope that was helpful to you guys, and I hope that was helpful to all of you watching the video. You can learn from their mistakes and hopefully improve your own tech. If you want to become a patron and get priority video requests or tips directly from me, depending on the tier you're at, then sign up at the link down below. If it was helpful to you guys or you want to support me in any way, please hit the like button. That helps so much. Share this video with someone who is struggling with one of these tricks. Hopefully they can learn from their mistakes. And if you haven't seen one of my other tips videos, you can watch this playlist right here to see other videos just like this, tips on other different tricks. Also subscribe, I really want to hit 10K.